Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Split Second Media. This is brought to you by Split Second Gaming, and we're here on the 28th of February 2022 for the F1 Academy season, and it's round 4 here in Hungary. That's right, we're at the Hungarian Ring in Budapest, and it is going to be an absolute spectacular if it's anything like last season. We saw the Hungarian Ring in round 8 last season, and I think we won't be let down today either. The championship is definitely heating up now with 3 different winners. Will we have a 4th different winner tonight? Budapest has always set a challenge for the drivers. It's 4.3 kilometers long, or 2.7 miles. 321 kilometers an hour top speed, or a 205 average speed. 14 turns and 34.6 meters in elevation should set for a challenging track. Keep an eye on the action zones. Turn 1, we saw a very touch and go section there in turn 1 last season. A few front wings going astray. Turn 2 also seemed to be a challenge with the exit out onto turn 3, the hairpin there. A lot of drivers either colliding with each other or overshooting the outskirts. On turn 6 and 7, the chicane, it sets up for some amazing passing opportunities down the back straight there, and also can see some action in people trying to pass, but be careful because you might overrun the turn. Alright, Pirelli's going to give us the C4 and C2 compounds in that red, yellow and white. The red being the fastest and the softest tyre, and the hardest being the white but longest lasting. Last season we saw the yellow bands and the white bands come into play if an early safety car comes out. Top of the table is Timmy after his victory in round 2, but Ray picked up his first win last week at Australia and put himself up into 5th place, I believe, 6th place, sorry, and he's now setting the challenge. Lynx also putting the challenge onto Timmy, and Slayer is out for a couple of weeks due to military duties. Phoenix is sitting on top of the Academy table on 189 points, with the Southern Cross chasing down at 146. Split Second sitting in kind of no man's land at the moment, and they will be doing that at 115 points, and 91 for Silver Ferns and the Mustangs at the bottom on 75. The overall standings, including the Academy and the Pro totals, has the Phoenix on top with 228 points, closely trailed by the Titan Racing team, and they're on 219. The Marathons are sitting on 142 with Mustangs on 118, and then the Silver Ferns not too far behind on 113. Tonight's lineup for the Phoenix: Timmy, Sir Slayer, Crone Dog and Almighty Gob. Again, Slayer is out for a couple of weeks due to military duties, so we'll just have to wait and see when he comes back if he can catch back up on those points. I believe Phoenix do have a substitute for tonight. Corey will lead out Split Second, and alongside him will be Voice of Chris, Ray who won last week in Australia, and of course Tugs. Tugs been putting on some good numbers out there and is probably going to find a win sometime this season. The question will be, what race will it be? Could it be Hungary? SJ is going to lead out his Academy Mustangs. He is the team owner and captain, and alongside him will be TTV, Banana Hammock, and of course the veteran EBM QE will join them, and they will be chasing down much needed points for this Academy division. The Silver Ferns, will be led out by their captain for Academy, which is Boss. He had a good run last night in the pros, and alongside him will be Junior, Racer and North Star. So apologies for the spelling error there. That should be an N, not an M. So, and then finally we will look at the Southern Cross boys. Link Shadow, the team captain, he'll take the boys out, and alongside him will be Killshot and No Bags, and Sando as well. Sando not racing tonight, and we'll see how much of an impact that has, as this will be the 2nd week in a row that the Academy team has to run 3 drivers. A look at the calendar again. The Academy and the Pros run side by side. Race 1 we saw at Abu Dhabi, and Racer wins the first race of the season, and then the second race we saw Timmy take the first win for the Phoenix boys. In round 3 last week we saw the Australian race, and Ray wins for Split Second's first win. Tonight the championship is heating up. Will we have a 4th winner and have another different winner race? Next week we go to the first time we see Imola at the halfway mark, the last night circuit we have this season. Of course, the driver's favourite in Austria in the Red Bull Ring will be round 7, and round 8 will start a triple header at Azerbaijan. A very tight street there. We're off to Mexico for round 9, which will carry on this triple header of street circuits, and then north of the border we'll head to Canada before going on an Easter break in round 10. After the Easter break, we come back to Great Britain for what will make a great setup for the last 2 races of the season, and then finish at Brazil for Interlagos. Split Second Media channels on Discord, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and don't forget it is brought to you by Split Second Gaming. Now it's time for the We Ride as One and the National Anthem. We Ride as One by Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. We Ride as One, dedicated to all who suffer with mental health in all walks of life, or someone you may be worried about could possibly be at harm for suicide. Please call Lifeline on 13 11 14. You are not alone.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
Risk of struggling with mental health.
Unfortunately, Australia and New Zealand mental health statistics have severely worsened through the pandemic.
We ride as one to create
I
support.
ride for my
Compassion.
Understand.
And care to all who suffer in silence.
Because when we boil it all down,
we recognise that every life
We now have breakthrough therapies.
For treatment of mental illness,
expediting their research and development.
Reconnection is just around the chicane.
We
ride.
We ride.
we ride.
We ride as one.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Academy Night. That's right, it's round 4 here at the Hungarian ring. I'm your host, Sinner Phoenix. I want to apologize for that video. Obviously, the rendering wasn't the best this week, so I do apologize for that. It maybe came across as if it was glitchy and that, so I do apologize for that, as it was unfortunate. Now, quick shout out to everyone watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and please sub. We're after 10 subs an episode. That's what we're aiming for on Twitch, if we can get them, or on YouTube as well. Jump on board and get us those subscriptions, as well as the likes, shares, and follows. Share the video amongst your friends and communities on social media. That would be amazing, and help us get our brand out there. If you didn't join us last night, the Pros took on Australia in their third round, and it was quite an amazing night last night as well, I have to say, as they put on a great show for us. And if the reason I'm a bit husky tonight is because if you watched it, you'd know it was quite exciting up to the end of the race there in the last couple of laps, and I was cheering on and and yelling hard. I do apologize if I'm a little husky tonight, but that's because of the excitement last night. If you didn't get to catch it, please jump onto our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch and go and watch that. And don't forget to like and share and follow those videos as well. We're getting some comments here from a mix of YouTube and Twitch, so a shout out to a couple of guys that are on there. So Adam Brown, shout out to you. Brainy, Racer, Tomo, excuse me, Broseph, Caleb, Psych, it looks like, Ziggy, shout out to you, mate. They're all out there and shouting away. A couple of unfortunate events that happened last night, but we'll talk about that next week and let you guys know about that. But right now, one of the questions is from Adam Brown: who races for Titans Racing? Well, at the moment, it's Southern Cross tonight in the Academy, and the lineups were up. As for Titan Racing, we will talk about that next week at the Pro Show on Sunday, so make sure you join us on Sunday next week and get all the updates there. Now, as of tonight, the guys are going to be taken to the track very shortly for qualifying. It's 18-minute qualifying along with a 50% race here in Academy. If you haven't seen us before, the Academy is the lead-in group before going pro, and these drivers are fighting hard to get recognised to get professional seats. Professionals drive and race for actual competition money, so the Academy don't. They basically race to get looked at, selected, and also we have drivers that race at this level because that's the level that suits them best. So they are down. It is dry weather. There are no penalties tonight in qualifying like there was last night in the pros. I'm just looking at the grid at the moment and setting up the screen to go race, to take you down racing. And it does look pretty good at the moment. There's a few cars out on a out lap. When we come out onto track, we're going to be jumping on with no bags. So let's get on down to the track. We were going to have a look at we'll have a quick look at the team standings and the driver standings now before we go anywhere. So, as you can see, the Phoenix are on top in Academy, followed by Southern Cross. Split second in third, Silver Ferns in fourth, and the Mustangs down in fifth there. Timmy is up the top of the table after 3 rounds with 95 points, followed by Lynx with 86. So he's only 9 points behind there, and a good chase will be on tonight. Sir Slayer's unfortunately away on military duty for the next couple of weeks, so he's going to find it hard to keep up the pace with those two, but who knows what could happen when he gets back. And Tugs having a good season so far, sitting in fourth, with Killshot rounding out the top 5. Racer had a win and at the start of the season, but has yet to manage to push himself up there on points. And again, the point system is completely different in regards to the system of the Pro F1. As we can see here, again, first gets 40 points, second with 32, and third with 26, and then it almost follows the F1 protocol there. But we pay points down to 15th as long as the race is finished, and then also the fastest lap will go to the 15th, can go to the 15th place and get that 1 point if they finish the race. Now, let's head on down to track, and the boys are qualifying, and we're on with No Bags, who's on a hot lap in Sector 2. Alright, so as you can see, we're on with No Bags right now. He's into Sector 2 there, and he's going to set his first lap. A few of the guys in the pits and a few guys out on out laps, along with a few guys out to set their first laps. So we'll just see exactly how tonight goes. The Southern Cross boys in a brand new livery this week. They've reverted back to their classic of last season. And this should be hopefully a good night for the Southern Cross boys. They've only got 3 drivers tonight, along with the Phoenix and the Split Second boys. Mustangs are running 4, and the Silver Ferns have got 4. As No Bag sets a 118 and goes second place to Racer. Banana will go down into third. Junior's out there on a lap now. He's just started, so we'll go with Junior. We'll ride with him. He's having a bit of a rough run this season. He only raced in 4 last season before he had to commit to life commitments, unfortunately. But he is back out on track this season, and he's... oh, we got someone off track there in the background. I think that was... it looked like probably maybe Racer. But you're just getting out of the way of the traffic, I think that was more than anything. Here's one of the action-packed zones as Junior now starts heading on down. Now we've got a yellow sector there, and that is a deleted lap for Junior. So let's find our next person, Lynx. Lynx is on the track. He's got a deleted lap as well. And Timmy, the leader of the championship at the moment. He is on a flyer. He's on the first sector as he comes down 2 and into 3 there, as he will roll this one out right now. Let's see what the Phoenix can do. He's got the purple sector for Sector 1. Looking to win tonight. Looking to push the Phoenix up even further in lead. The Phoenix team will have 3 drivers tonight in Crow Dog, Timmy and Almighty Gob, who's up in second now and pushed No Bags into third. Again, the Silver Ferns and the Mustangs will have all 4 drivers. The other 3 teams will run with 3. As you can see, there is 17 drivers tonight, not 18. Don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, hit those good old-fashioned stars, send them our way. And let's see what time Timmy's going to set there. And Timmy will go to the top of the table there and set the fastest time with a 1:16. That's a big lap for the Phoenix, as that will put him up on provisional pole at the moment. Ray yet to come out. Voice, Crone Dog and TTV all sitting there. Lynx, what will he do? He goes to the top of the table and sets the challenge with a 1:16.1. He's almost 400 seconds faster there. We missed that lap, but that would have been a good one to watch. Killshot is up into third there, as he's just finished that last lap. Looks like he's possibly still on another runner here, as the 3 Southern Cross boys are up in the top 10 at the moment, and only 10 drivers have obviously set times. But they're looking good and strong out there. This has always been an interesting race for the Southern Cross boys, especially last season being their debut, and they didn't do too bad. So we've got a lot of people out there cheering on the Phoenix and the Silver Ferns and the Split Second team. A couple there putting out comments for the Southern Cross and the Mustangs as well. So all the teams are definitely being supported by the fans at home, so make sure you get involved. Boss has left the session, so a connection error there. There is going to be a few people with connection errors, especially those up in Queensland. We send all our love up to everyone that's in Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast area and all around Queensland there that are being on the southeast coast there that have been affected by floods. We send all our love out to you guys, and it looks like a disconnection with a disqualification for Boss, so unfortunately he's going to end up at the back of the pack. That's unfortunate for the Silver Ferns. As we're watching QE out on an out lap, here we go. North Star is out on a hot lap. He's sitting in 8th at the moment. So what he can do. A lot of questions have come our way on a political standpoint with the Ukraine and Russia and where we stand. Look, we're gonna make this very simple. We're not gonna get into it or talk about it or go crazy about it, but yes, we do support the Ukraine at the moment. So here at Split Second, It's a political situation that we don't want to get our brand involved in at the moment. Racer has retired. It looks like an accident. It is an accident for Racer, as you can see the yellow flag sectors there. And there is an orange car heading around. There he is. He's in the wall. That's a DNF for Racer, but his time will hold. If anyone beats him, it will slowly move down. So that's going to hurt there, but here you go. Corey's on an outlap, so we might see what he can do in a minute. But he's on an outlap, and Lynx goes to the top of the table, was it? Or Killshot. Killshot goes to third. There you go. Killshot, Timmy, and Lynx. So Racer moves down into fourth. Ray, he's on a hot lap on mediums. So his best lap's on mediums, sorry. So I think he's out there on the softs now trying to set a time on the softs. No, he is on the mediums. Let's just double check those tyres. The gap is the fastest lap. Let's go from the leader there so you can see the difference. And it is the best tyre that they've set their time on. So there you go. That's the chart right now. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the Academy Series. And the boys are out there putting on a show this season. This is round 4 here, and we're at the Hungarian Ring in Hungary, in Budapest. So should make for a great night. So make sure you join us on Discord, even if you're a fan. And that's Ray going into the pits. What's Crone Dog doing here? He's got a set time. SJ, TTV, and Voice of Chris yet to set times. Crone Dog is up on his sector, but he's got a purple sector there too. So we'll see what he does here. He might be able to bring his time up. If he can get that 100th up, then he's going to outrun Ray. But no, he's into the pits. Now, this pit lane is one of the notorious lanes. It is wide, but it is still a hard one to replicate. There is a blue car spun around. It must be Kiwi, because all the other cars are looking good. No, they're all through. There's a blue car in a yellow sector there, saying that it hasn't been moving, but apparently it is now. So, but let's jump on. We haven't seen a lot come from TTV over the past week or so, so let's jump on board with TTV in a minute. We'll just see if he's going to go for another lap. I don't know if he will. Oh, there's 2 Southern Cross cars there. Were they... What happened there? Was that... I don't know if they were out of the way or if they were... So that's Lynx and No Bags there. They're on out laps. Killshot's just started another lap, but it looks like Lynx is going to help No Bags around the track and try and give him a slipstream here to get him up out of the top, up further in the top 10. So let's just stay with this and see if it works. Let's go on board with No Bags and watch him for this lap. And he's not going to do any better there on that lap, unfortunately. Let's see what North Star can produce. He's up down on his time at the moment from his best lap, so he's still sitting in 11th at the moment. Again, Racer is DNF'd in qualifying. At the moment, he's looking strong to hold in the top 10 for a start, because he did set a lap time. It looks like a couple of Mustangs in Sector 2 were sitting off track to allow one of the cars going past. Now, there's 4 minutes left in qualifying here in Academy. And we'll just see what happens now. North Star, he's going to pit it, so he's not happy with the time there. Remember, they've only got so many sets of tyres here that they can use that are allocated for their qualifying and racing. So a lot of the drivers won't, if they can't feel like they're getting the speed, they're not going to push those tyres because they want to have those options in the race as well. And Banana Hammock goes up to 11, pushes North Star down. Corey's on an out lap. Junior is out there now, and Junior has just started his lap. So let's see what he can do. Down in turn 2. Let's see what kind of time he'll get on sector 2 in a second as he comes up this hill. So sector 1 split. He is up by half a second, down by half a second on his best time already. So he's probably not going to manage to pull out a good time here. Timmy is off and around the track trying to beat Lynx's time. He has a deleted lap. Almighty Gob is out. That is definitely a in the pit pullout. So he's going to sit back and hope that Killshot and No Bags and Kiwi can't even beat him. But No Bags looks to be on another hot lap as he goes through sector 2 here. Again, a shout out to everyone watching on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Welcome. As No Bags is way down on his previous time, so he won't better himself. Killshot into the pits. Kiwi is in the pits. Ray, the winner of last week's race in Australia, is out there. He is doing almost a second faster than his best time. They'll bring with him about 500 seconds of, at the moment, of Lynx, which will put him in close. It'll definitely get him into third. He'll push Gobby down, but I don't think... Oh, Crone Dog goes up above his teammate there and pushes Gobby down, but will this be enough by Ray? Ray goes to second. He got faster there. That is massive for the split second team. And Lynx, Ray, and Timmy are up there with Crone Dog. Almighty has retired and he's in 5th. No Bags in at 6th. Killshot in at 7th. And Kiwi in at 8th, who's on his way out now to try and set another lap. Racer, who's DNF'd, is in 9th at the moment. SJ, he's in 10th. And he's going to try and better that time. Let's see what kind of split he has at Sector 2. So the Mustangs have been doing all right in the pros. Struggling a little bit here in the Academy Series. He is up on his time by 200ths. So we'll see what he can do. He needs to be about 700ths up to beat Racer. We'll see what he can get. And hopefully he can better his time and get push Racer down, or maybe even catch up to his teammate Kiwi. We'll just have to wait and see. There's a Phoenix on the outside of that there, just letting the car go past. Banana Hammock sitting in the pits along with Voice and No Bags and Lynx. And Ray gets the fastest lap with a 1:16 flat. Lynx goes to second. So Ray went on a double stint there. And that definitely worked for him, and he got the tyres at the right time, at the right mark as well, and he's in front. Now what's SJ going to do? SJ moves into 5th. So he gets that Mustang up there. That's going to be great. With 1 minute to go, some of these drivers will not log another time. Killshot will be pushing it, and so will Timmy. I think Timmy's crossing the line now, maybe. And that's a red lap for Corey. Junior. What's Junior going to do? TTV was crossing the line there. TTV goes up into 7th and pushes No Bags, Killshot, and Kiwi down into the 10. And Racer is now out of the 10 with that DNF. So some good times being set. Junior is... Alright, I don't think that's right. it said he was 10 seconds out, but a minute 16 is definitely not a fast lap. So the clock's mucking around a bit. Ray slowing down. Timmy, here we go. Says he's up by 5 seconds, down by 5 seconds on his time already. So that won't help him out, as he's literally half a second away from the leader time. Says he's got, oh, there you go. He is doing about half a second faster than his previous time in Sector 1. There's your checkered flags. Lynx won't get to set another lap. Crone Dog won't. No Bags won't. Banana Hammock is set, and so is Voice and Junior. So, that's going to be interesting right there, and it looks like Corey is pitting it too. What is Timmy going to be able to do here in that final sector? Let's see if he's got a chance here to steal it. Can he steal it? And he moves into second. Lynx drops down to third. So Ray will take pole. And Timmy will move into second with Lynx in at third there. Crone Dog in at fourth. And SJ in at fifth. 6 is going to go to Gobby, who was who retired in the pits. And 7th will go to TTV. 8th is going to go to No Bags. And 9th, his teammate in Killshot. 10th is going to go to Kiwi, and that will round out your top 10. And this is going to make for a great race. A good mixed bag of the teams there and a good run. Top 3 competitors are up at the front 3 of the quali, so a bit different to what we saw last night in the pros. But Ray will take the pole. Our American driver who won last week will grab that pole. And as you can see, we will recognise the Ukrainian flag there that a few of the drivers are supporting there with their own versions of respect. So, but again, the top 10 there, QE round out. Racer will be down there in 11th, and an unfortunate DNF for him, but his time held him long enough to get him up there. And then in the rest of the field, it's going to be quite a good race, I reckon. So 17 drivers tonight, 3 drivers out, 1 for the Titans, 1 for the Mustangs, and 1 for split second. Again, a shout out to all our viewers from Queensland with the floods. We hope you guys are safe and doing well. And if by some miracle we got anyone watching from the Ukraine or Ukraine Heritage, shout out to you guys too, and well wishes are with yous, and hope you guys are safe and found refuge somewhere. So we'll see what happens here and with the start. While the drivers are just picking, finalising their race strategies and that with their pit strategies and stuff, we're going to have a sunny race, which a lot of the drivers will be happy for. We'll be heading out onto the formation lap. So let's go through that grid. We've got Ray in first, the American. He's going to lead them out and hopefully get off there. It's a long run down into turn 1. Timmy in at second. He'll be looking to push those Phoenixes all the way to the top tonight. Third is Lynx. He's the leader of these boys for Southern Cross, and he always leads by example. He actually got a podium last night in the pros as a substitute, so keep an eye out on Lynx. He picked up a podium at Australia last night. Shout out to Bloody S for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much. 4th is Crone Dog for the Phoenix there, and 5th is SJ, the team owner and captain of the Mustangs. 6 is Almighty God. He'll round out the Phoenix lineup, and all 3 of them are up there in the top 6, so look for them to work as a team. TTV is the second Mustang up in 7th, and No Bags and Killshot will work together there in 9th and 10th. QE will round out the top 10 there in that Mustang, and then behind him is Racer, Banana Hammock. North Star will be 13th, and then 14th is Corey, followed by Junior, Voice of Chris, and at the back, the resident one to watch out for is going to be Like a True Boss. We know he can race and we'll see what he can do tonight. The pit stops, if you're going for the one stop, you'll start on the medium, go to the hards. Two stop, if you start on softs, you'll then go medium, medium. We saw those strategies exactly the same last season in round 8, and believe it or not, those hards were used pretty much all week, all night. So there's an idea of the tyres. The intervals will stay there. So 5 drivers starting on the mediums, rest of the field on the softs. Racer, Banana, North Star, Junior and Voice will start on the mediums. They're looking to go for a one-stopper. Those on the softs, they'll definitely be looking at a two-stopper unless the safety car can change things. And again, safety car here every time we've raced here for split second, so it's a 100% chance. But your top 10 all on softs, so the strategies will play out tonight. We are at the Hungarian Ring in Budapest, Hungary. And here we go. Lights at 3, 4, 5. Lights out and away we go. And a few drivers with a jump start that will end up with a pit penalty here. North Star and Junior, both Silver Ferns. Oh! And we've got 2 in the fence. It's Boss and Voice of Chris. They've collided. That is a massive, massive accident right at the start. And it's thrown out a virtual safety car. We'll have to keep a close eye on whether that is going to be a red flag from the stewards or not. But it's definitely set up a lot of action. We didn't even get to see turn 1 because these two came together. And there's two people that are going to have to drive. Now there's an annoying yellow flags penalty for no bags of 5 seconds. This is massive. But in the whole stint of that, Lynx drops down to 4th, Krondog and Timmy go up. So they're under virtual safety car, so as soon as it goes green, they'll go racing. But that was a big, big moment there. And they're racing now. Ray in charge of the pack and going to take the lead. He's getting challenged early by Timmy. Krondog there in support of Timmy. And the boys at the back are going to need to take some pit stops, obviously, with those drive-through penalties for launching off the line early. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like Voice of Chris has had a little bit of a moment there. But right now, up the front is Ray, Timmy, Krondog, and Lynx. They're your top 4. SJ is managing to stay with them in 5th. So what can they do? And it looks like Lynx is going to make a move here on Krondog. And a nice pass there to get the job done. Will we get the switch pack there on Krondog? No. So they'll start making those moves now. Now, just remember the top 10 all started on softs. They're going to want to go for a good stint here and be able to maybe pull away from those on the mediums so that the tactics of pit stops don't come into it later on. I'm not sure exactly what happened at the back, but I'm sure they'll let us know. Lynx at the moment with the fastest 3rd sector. Up the front, Timmy starting to get that gap now. By the end of this lap, Ray's going to want to be a second ahead if he can, because if Ray can get ahead by over a second, DRS will be eliminated, and people are going to have to work to catch him. Lynx there, he's staying in the DRS zone of Timmy, and Timmy in the DRS zone of Lynx. Krondog in the DRS zone of Lynx with the top 4. So we might see some good battling here tonight between these 4. Again, there's your pit stop strategies. Those stopping on the one stop might go soft to hard. That's what's happened there. That's changed the strategy. Looks like those on the softs now are more likely to have the advantage on a one stop. Again, 35 laps. It's a long race. Lynx picks up fastest lap. Remember, top 15 all get points, so Voice and Boss, the only 2 at the moment outside the points. DRS is enabled, and these drivers are going to go for it. Lynx, the only one now, or Timmy's in there with a chance at DRS as well with Lynx. So watch the battle here happen in second. How far can Ray pull out before this DRS starts drawing him back in? You'd imagine that Timmy and Lynx will probably try and work together a little bit to try and not let Ray get away, but if they start battling too much, they'll end up on each other and opening up that gap. As Junior heads into the pits for that drive-through, No Bags has a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellows as well. As the front runners is Ray, Timmy and Lynx up the front. Krondog starting to drop right off along with SJ as well. Almighty Gob's looking at maybe probably being in a passing position on SJ, and Killshot's right behind him. So here's the battle for 5th right now. Let's jump on with this for a little bit while the guys up the front start getting closer to Ray. The 2 The two Southern Cross cars are starting to make them push for the 5th place here on Almighty Gob and SJ in the Mustang. With the DRS zones, I wouldn't be surprised if they get a good chance here. And Killshot trying to make a move. It looks like he was gonna have a chance there, but now he'll get the DRS zone here and head down this straight away. They're all going to try and break the slipstream as SJ's weaving ridiculously across the track. He went one way, then he went the other. So I think we have had questions about defending movement, so I don't know if the stewards will look at something like that this race or whether there will be a discussion. Nothing's written about it. There is standard rules, but we'll find out from them. Oh, and Almighty, he's having a moment. We're on with him. He's had a moment. That is a massive moment for Almighty as he will drop down now. Hopefully he doesn't get a disqualifying penalty here. We've seen that glitch all weekend. Nah, he's good. He's still in it, but he's going to have to recover. That is just unfortunate there for him. And North Star is going to start catching up to it. But that's going to allow Crone Dog now. Boss sets the fastest lap in 15th, which puts him on a point too. So, Crone Dog, he can't quite get into this battle of the 3. The top 3 now having a run at it. DRS is going to be a big thing on this. Timmy stuck in 2nd, half a second behind. Lynx half a second behind him. Let's see what happens here. Is it just going to be a DRS train? Killshot gets the move on SJ. Behind them here. We'll drop back there in a minute as no one seemed to be able to use that DRS zone there. But Killshot and No Bags, they're all up as SJ's into the pits. So here we go. Racer making a move on the back of No Bags now. So Racer definitely pushing himself up and doing a good job of it. No Bags trying to stick with his teammate Killshot. They've gotten those Southern Cross cars up into 5th and 6th and 3rd. Looking strong for the Southern Cross boys tonight. Only lap 5, 30 laps to go. Racer, he's trying to get past No Bags. No Bags defending. Can he hold off Racer? Now Racer won the first race of the season at Abu Dhabi. He unfortunately missed the 2nd race at Jeddah. And then last week, I believe he was in an incident there. So a shout out to all the new viewers tonight and followers on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the Academy class of the split second F1 pros on Sunday nights. Of course, we saw them in Australia last night and quite an epic battle. If my voice seems husky, there's a reason to it, and that's because it got very exciting last night. So make sure you jump on and watch that race from last night on one of our channels on YouTube, Facebook or on Twitch. As the DRS should open up here for Racer. Racer should get a good crack at him. Oh, he's a lot further back than it looks on the camera. Is he going to get that move into the first turn, or will he just hold out here? Looks like he's just setting it up. He'll get that second run with DRS right here. He's going to make the move on the inside, and he does. As he moves on the inside of No Bags. No Bags might try and get the switch here. Can he get it? They're going to go wheel to wheel. No Bags a little bit outside, but I think he held him off. He did, and they go wheel to wheel again on the inside there. And Racer is ended up behind him after all that challenging. Racer is still racing him. As they go into the chicanes, we saw a lot of action here last year in round 8. But while they're doing this, TTV is starting to creep up on them. No changes up the top for the front 3 yet. But this battle here between the Silver Fern and the Southern Cross driver for 6th place is happening. And I got to say, some great driving from No Bags. It's probably some of the best driving we have seen since Singapore last year when he got his 3rd place. Shout out to CD Gamer. Welcome. A shout out to, I really can't read that. I'm going to call you Laurent. Guymit Laurent, I think. I'm not sure. Shout out to you and bloody SSS. And here we go. Racer's going to make that move. Sorry, we went to the pits there for Lynx. Lynx has made the first move on the pits. He's gone to mediums by the looks of it. So, Racer did get past No Bags. Can No Bags fight it back like last time? Or will we see Racer start moving up the paddock now? It looks like No Bags will be will probably start falling off, considering right now Racer's tyres are coming into that that groove now, and the heat and the grip is right there. But up the front, still the battle with Ray and Timmy goes as we keep an eye on this now, as it looks like No Bags has dropped off to over a second behind Racer, and Racer makes the move for kill shot now. So we'll keep an eye on that as Lynx is behind No Bags. I'd imagine Lynx will get released once he catches up. But, oh, here we go. Ray into the pits. Timmy, he's going to go another lap. Let's watch this pit stop for Ray. How quick will it be? And what tyres will he go to? You're on board with Ray. 7 laps in. We had a virtual safety at the start. There was a big collision there between Voice and Boss. Boss up into 14th. He has the fastest lap at the moment on those soft tyres. And we'll see this pit stop now for the split second team. He's going on to the medium, so you'd imagine he's going another pit stop here. He's going with the 2-stop strategy of soft, medium. He's going to come out, and he's going to come out behind Lynx. So the question is going to be, with that pit stop and that look, Lynx has actually made it in front of him. So he's undercut. Lynx has undercut Ray. What a move. Is it going to be enough for Timmy, or is the undercut worked here as Racer picks up 3-second penalty, which will bring back the fight with No Bags, I guess, in a way, once No Bags' penalty is served in the pits, maybe with that 5-second. But up front at the moment is Timmy and Crone Dog, both on those softs. We've seen the 2 leaders pit in. They were on softs. Lynx pitted in. He was sitting in 3rd, followed by shortly after was Ray, who was in 1st for the whole thing. Here we go. Timmy is going to go in the pits now. Let's keep an eye out for where Lynx is going to bring this out, because they are our front leaders, really. Racer, you can consider it, but he hasn't had a pit stop, nor has No Bag. So really, after this pit stop, Lynx would be the one that would be the contender for first place as they go onto the medium. So a 2-stopper here. He's sticking with the other 2 cars. Lynx is moving up the field now. So's Ray. No Bags is in the pits. Is Lynx going to get in front? He is. So's Ray. Timmy has gone now into 3rd. So the undercut so strong on this track has worked, and Lynx will end up in front once Racer ends up pitting. Now, Racer may go for the 1 stop, which on the next pit stop for these guys, because they will have to do a 2-stopper, will depend on exactly where he comes out. He may end up being in that position, but we'll just have to wait and see. Shout out to Josh Bullivant on Facebook. Thank you for your comment. But this is going to be interesting now, as Lynx will end up out front technically once Racer moves on to his first pit stop there. He's got 8-lap-old mediums with the rest of the guys behind him that have pitted on that first lap. But these 3 guys were the guys at the front, and they'll be battling for the win. I think Racer might maybe get himself up into 5th or 6th. Might be a contender there in a top 10 position. But right now, the top 3 will be Lynx, Ray, and Timmy once Racer goes into the pits, because Racer's only 5 seconds down the field. So once he pits, he will definitely find himself back. He's also got that 3-second penalty. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Almighty Gob is on those hards, and Boss is on the softs. The rest of the field are on mediums, whether they started on them or pitted on them. But this race is on for young and old. 3 teams, 3 drivers, 1 championship at the moment. And Racer's trying to get himself enough points to get himself back in contention. It looks like Timmy's trying to make a move on the American. Can Ray hold up here, or will Timmy get a shot at him? He's been trying to run him down all race. But these 3 here, they're kind of putting on their own race. And it's a good one, because these 3 are all contenders at the moment of this championship. Timmy sits at the top of the table with Lynx right behind him by less than 9 points. And then Ray will be a good contender, as Slayer is out for a couple of weeks due to his military duties. So right now, these 3 can capitalise on starting to run with this season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Ray now starting to let a gap happen here with Lynx. Lynx is actually bringing in the time on Racer as well. So Racer is starting to lose time. The longer he takes before he pits on those mediums, it's going to mean the more time that these three catch up to him on. Now behind these guys, behind Timmy, it's 10-second gap before Banana Hammock, who's technically going to be in 4th. I would say that Racer would probably end up coming out around the 10th, 11 mark where No Bags and Northern Star are. Oh, and Voice. Something's happened to Voice there in Sector 2. It looks like he's had a spin or something through the chicane. Maybe. Come out of the chicane and spun. Yes, there he is. And he's ripped the front tire off. That's huge. That is a huge moment there for Voice, and unlucky for him. But that will bring out our first safety car. So here comes the strategies. You'd imagine Racer's going to try and take advantage of this now and head into the pits. What will the top 3 runners do that just pitted on mediums? Banana Hammock, you'd imagine, is going to make a pit stop along with Northern Star and even Junior. Now that you'd imagine they're going in, they are in the pits, Kiwi, Boss and Junior. You'd imagine they'd hit up the hards. Racer, drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. So that will hurt Racer's chance now to keep up with these 3. He will definitely find himself in a lot of trouble for the rest of this race. That's going to hurt him in the Silver Ferns, as he is the best bet at the moment for the Academy to get up there, as Boss is having a struggle race. Hopefully Boss can recover, as he is definitely one of their best drivers, Boss. But Racer is going to be hurting now after this. But we'll have to wait and see. Is this going to be the drive-through penalty, or is this going to be the pit stop? I think it's going to be the pit stop. The crew is out, and it is the pit stop. So he's still got to drive through to serve because the safety car is out. He cannot do that now. So, Lynx up front, Ray in 2nd, Timmy in 3rd. You'd imagine anyone pitting right now would probably want to go the hards. No. Racer's going to come out. Is this going to benefit Racer? Where's he going to come out? He's going to slot into 5th. This may work out, but he's gone the softs, and then he's got to do the drive-through too. Keep in mind, he's got the drive-through penalty. So when the race goes to start, he'll have 2-3 laps to do before he has to take that drive-through. In 6th is going to be Crone Dog. In 7th is going to be SJ. Killshot and No Bags dropping down into the 8th and 9th position. They were up in 5th and 6th at one stage. TTV will round out the top 10. North Star in 11th. Kiwi in at 12th. 13th is Boss. Corey in at 14th. AJ in at 15th. And Almighty Gob rounding out the back of the pack, but he'll have a chance now once he catches up to the safety car pack to have a run. Voice is out, unfortunately, with that spin after turns 12 there, and he's had a moment in the wall, similar to what we saw last night in Australia with the Graveyard. So, but Lynx will hold pack down now. His tyres are 1 lap older than Ray's and 2 lap older than Timmy's, but the question will be, when will the next move be made? Considering the safety car is out, they're in the position right now that if anyone was to get hards, they could run them to the end of the race. We saw that last season. We saw them in round 8 be very strong tyres, and the conditions are practically the same this season. And the conditions are practically the same, so you'd imagine the tyres lasting the same distance, same time. Just depend on the driving style and how long they can last them. Mind you, we had 2 or 3 safety cars last season. This is the first one for this race, so we'll just have to wait and see, but a lot to unfold as they're only on lap 13 to 35. It is one of the longer races here, but this is going to be massive for the 3 boys up front. Strategy is going to be key. Unfortunately, Race is going to be hurting now, as he'll have a drive-through penalty, and a couple other penalties down the field have happened as well for Kiwi and Corey. Looks like No Bags is in the position he's in because he served that 5-second penalty in the pits. So shout out to a couple of new viewers tonight that are following us on Twitch. Thank you very much for joining us. And to Shikoza, I think it's pronounced. Shout out to you, mate, for joining us and following us there on Twitch. Don't forget to join us on Discord if you want to become a member. And also don't forget to watch on Sunday nights is our Pro Division. They race for the real money. And also don't forget Monday nights is the Academy, which you're watching tonight. So these boys Once the train is all sorted, which will be another lap, I would imagine, for Almighty Gob to catch up, they'll probably go racing. But right now, we're going to be waiting for that safety car. To all our viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, welcome and thank you very much for joining us tonight. You're watching round 4 here at the Hungarian Ring. We're in Hungary, Budapest for this race. A couple of the comments coming through. Timmy up high as usual. Racer is 100% or nothing. Come on, SJ. We've got a race on here, lads. Top Racing lads. Special mention to No Bags, Racer, Lynx, Ray, and Timmy. Good stream tonight, buddy. Unbelievable. Don't worry, I'm P10 to P5. Chris must be on strategy. Don't leave the pit lane. So, a couple of different comments coming through. The safety car makes another lap around as we wait for Almighty Gob to catch up to the pack there. And Lynx will have control of this pack and get them moving once the safety car goes. I would imagine we saw some interesting tactics by Rip last night when he had the lead of squishing the pack right up. And Racer's retired from the season, and so's Banana Hammock. Has there been an accident? It looks like there's been an accident between Racer and Timmy. Racer and Banana Hammock. They're both in the wall and they're both DNF'd. That's massive. What happened there? What has happened there? That's going to take a while for a cleanup to happen. That is crazy. So Chris is out, causing the safety car, and while under safety car, Racer and Banana Hammock are out. So that's 3 DNF right now, all under the space of 3 laps. And Almighty Gob has caught up, so the game will probably send the safety car in. All that damage and debris hopefully has been cleared off the track by our virtual stewards. Lynx will have control, but that's massive. So 3 drivers out now. Anyone that finishes this race gets points, and anyone that finishes the race and gets points will also, whoever has the fastest lap will get a point. Safety cars coming in. Lynx has control of the pack. Will he bunch them up? Will he launch it early? We'll find out. Let's see what he can do here, or what he's going to do. He's got Killshot and No Bags now with him. Up into 4th and 5th. A massive, massive movement for the Southern Cross boys. This has definitely worked in their favour. Can they get off the line well? No Bags, Crone Dog, something's happened there. I think that's just the table having a muck around. Timmy trying to creep up on Ray. Lynx holds the pack down, and there he goes. And Lynx is going to fire early. Ray and Timmy are struggling to follow that, but the move is Killshot. He's tried to get up and under on the position there. He's in 4th. As they come around that turn, there you go. He's going to put the attack on, but right behind him is SJ in 5th. We've got a yellow flag in the sector. There's a Mustang that's spun. Crone Dog's in the pits, and looks like Kiwi had a moment there. But here we go. We got Lynx in front. Ray, Timmy, Killshot, and SJ. They're your top 5 drivers. No Bags on the hunt of SJ, right on that gearbox. Let's jump on with him. Let's see if this battle goes. He's been battling all night and having some great races, as it looks like Boss makes a move. He does. That was a massive move by Boss on the inside of the chicane. And I told you those chicanes will definitely be the spot to make a move, and Boss just showed us why. And No Bag starts dropping off the pace there. So, up the front, Killshot. Oh, and Timmy's gone wide. So that might give Killshot a look here once DRS comes back in. What a race we're in for. Killshot trying to get his name up there. He's been a consistent driver this season, but he wants that podium. Can he get up there? And Lynx is now starting to almost pull away, but Ray and Lynx have definitely pulled away from Timmy. So there's Ray there, and you can see the gap to the leader there in Lynx, who's having a superb weekend so far for him. Timmy, a fair bit behind, being chased down by Killshot. We got a Sector 1 yellow. Looks like Corey is at a spin. And it looks like QE will try and get around him. Corey's on 13 lap old medium, so that's no surprise that he's having trouble on those tyres there. But Timmy definitely struggling to keep up with the front two now. He's probably the one that's lost out the most tonight since the start of the race. He was at second for qualifying. He dropped back into third once Lynx got into this battle. And then once they started pitting early, Lynx was sitting in third for a bit. Timmy couldn't catch Ray, and Lynx pitted first, then Ray, and Timmy thought staying out would be the smart move, but unfortunately it dropped him back to where he is now, and he's dropped back to 2 seconds, and it's definitely hurt his chances at winning at the moment, but anything can happen. This is a long race. We're not even halfway. So it looks like here, Ray, he's trying to get the rundown. DRS is enabled now, but he's outside that time frame. Boss, he's got DRS on SJ. SJ trying to break the slipstream and sticks to the pit wall side, but it's going to give him a chance. And talking about that, TTV's right behind No Bags as well. The Mustangs trying to push their cars up here to be contenders. Boss now, he's going to have a go at SJ. They go around that turn. We haven't got any cameras really there by the looks of it, but he's going to go outside it and moves on SJ and moves into fifth. He'll start making the move for fourth place now, and Boss is looking strong for the Silver Ferns and looks like he's going to put the push on, and don't put it past him. This is a driver who can definitely do it. He can come from this position he is right now and move up into first. There is no doubt about it. He is one of the best drivers that have driven here in split second. It's just unfortunate the stats don't show what he can really do. But he also won the GT Championship this season, this Summer Series GT Championship. He is the GT champion. And we got a yellow flag in Sector 2. There is a blue flag, which looks like it might be QE. But Boss now, he's got to catch Killshot. He's about 2 seconds behind Killshot. And Killshot is falling off Timmy drastically, as well as Timmy's falling drastically off Ray and Lynx. And Lynx is still out there leading well. No Bags is moving up as SJ pits on those 11-lap-old mediums. Now, Lynx is up on 10-lap-old mediums. How far will he push those mediums, considering there's quite a few more laps in this race to go? Will he take the risk and pit now, or in the next couple of laps and go the hard run? Or will we see him try and push this race out to 10 laps to go to the 25-lap mark? We know he can make those softs last 10. Does he have another thing of softs is the question as well. So Ray, the American, on a charge. He won at Australia last week. He's hungry for another win. He wants to be up there competing in the top 3 for this championship. And just remember, they're all racing for contracts with their prospective teams for next season. So there's a lot on the line here. I know people go, oh, they're not racing for sheep stations, but in a way they are. The pros get paid, the academy drivers don't. They do this all off their own back and their own time. So a lot of pressure on these guys, and they put a lot of pressure on themselves. And that's why we see a lot of we've seen a lot of high quality racing this season from the academy, and will not let up this season. We're a quarter of the way through the season. There's 8 races to go after this one. Make sure you join us every Monday for the academy, 6:30. These guys put on a show, as you can see. I'm talking about a show. Here comes Boss. He's going to try. No, he thinks about it. Goes, nope, no room. I'll hold out to the next DRS zone. Let's see what he does. A little bit of a slip grip there on those mediums. He's running 7-lap-old mediums versus Killshot's 10-lap-old mediums. He's going to try for the outside, but it's not a good enough run for him, and he'll fall back a little bit there. And Killshot will live to fight another day, but they are falling off the pace of Timmy drastically. Boss is trying to get past him so he can make a push onto the podium. And Gobbin Jr. end up with penalties there as well. So that's more penalty time for them. But if you want to join us in Discord, join our Discord. All the links are down below. Just find us and you feel free to join. You don't even have to be a competitor. You can just join to be a part of the community. We are open for a happy, safe, fun community where we want everyone to feel safe in the community. We don't tolerate any bullying or harassment or anything like that. It's an instant ban from our page. So if you want to come and join us, you can talk to the drivers and get in amongst the competitions, as well as just be a fan and join us amongst the community and get involved there. So Boss, another shot here. Will he get it? If he doesn't, we're going to move up the front with Ray and Lynx as they will go for another go. And yes, there you go. Now that will give Killshot the DRS in the next zone, I believe. As you can see, Timmy in front. Boss is going to want to try and get the run there. No, Boss got the double DRS, and he double dips and goes hard. Half a second behind is Ray here on Lynx, who is leading the race and doing so well at this tonight. He wants that win for the Southern Cross. A bit of an unfortunate night last night for the Titans, but Lynx did pick up a podium. He came third in his debut for the pros last night as he reserve raced. He wants to continue his weekend on with a win. Look at how he's doing against Ray, and this is going to be a great race to the end, I think. So to our Twitch guys, just ignore that tick snops. We apologise for that, but obviously bots raid us. So yeah, but this race is heating up the front here, as you can see, and with 15 laps to go, the question will be, will the race last or will we see a safety car? Boss is slowly killing that time towards Timmy, and Killshot is dropping off. No Bag's holding in at 6 in no man's land, but TTV is caught up now. He's within that DRS zone. So we'll see that come to play in a minute. That's going to be a double dip there for Ray. The best thing about this DRS zone is you get it down the main straight, and then you get it again down here into turns 2 and 3. And Ray will probably have to wait another lap to make a move here, as he'll fall back to almost half a second. Timmy and Boss in the background there, along with Killshot. And TTV about half a second off No Bags. It's the only other battle really there other than Crone Dog on SJ. Looks like Crone Dog and SJ are going to have a good battle here. Let's have a look. Can he get that inside, Crone Dog? He's going to make an attempt. And can he stick it on the outside? Looks like SJ's going to hold him out just this once as they come up to the chicane. Let's see. Oh, Crone Dog. SJ's pulled out of the way. He's had to give up the position. He swung it too much up that hill, put too much accelerator on, and Crone Dog will move up. And he's going to be faster too because he's on those softs. So, let's see what's happening up the front as they come around to the start-finish line again. That DRS zone for Ray. Can he do anything about it? There's Timmy in the background as well as Boss. They're going to try and also probably get a moment. Ray really pushing hard here. This is almost as good as the battle between Hamilton and Verstappen in the real world that we've seen in the past. But these boys are not going to let up. Ray the American and Lynx the Australian representing the Southern Cross team. Let's see what can happen here. Ray really applying the pressure to Lynx. Lynx keeping a cool, calm head and racing very well and clean. It's good to see these guys out there. They are looking for those contracts and trying to make it to the pro circuit. But while these two are battling, Timmy is bringing down that time. He is under that 2-second mark now. Will Timmy be able to get himself back into this race? You'd imagine with the tyres at what level they are for the top 6, all these drivers will be looking at pitting one more time, and preferably around lap 26, you'd imagine them going for the soft tyre. I would think that the soft tyre will probably be where they want to do, but if Timmy catches up, which he is definitely doing, there's going to be a 3-way battle here, but I wouldn't rule out Boss either in the final laps, as Boss may actually be there too. So I don't know. We know the undercut's strong here, so it's going to be a case of whoever makes the first move is going to be the one that's going to end up in the right place. The undercut's the move. So the question is, can Timmy get his time to around that second mark and pit first before Ray or Lynx pull the trigger? And can he get that undercut back to get the lead like we saw Lynx do? But this is going to be absolutely amazing here come the end of the race. And don't rule out Boss at all. I know he's 2.5 seconds behind, but with the pit stop strategies coming into play in a minute, anywhere around this time, it's going to be interesting. Now, they'll either pit before lap 25 and they'll go for the mediums again, or if they've got the spare softs there, they'll try and push to lap 26. I think one of the questions will be, does Timmy pit now on this lap and go for the medium run, like the soft medium run, or does he stick with these guys, take the risk, and go to the softs? Now, TTV has gone to bot as a disconnection error. That's okay. We see it happen. It's sim racing. It's what happens when we race around the world. Now, right now, Ray is on Lynx. Who's going to pull the trigger? Lynx fakes the trigger pull, and Ray stays with him. Timmy also coming around the corner there. He's caught up to within a second. This battle is heating up, and we have still got at least 12 laps to go. It's gonna heat up right down to the final moment. I know you guys want to watch other cars and other battles, but guys, I got to be honest with you, there's nothing happening on the track other than Almighty Gob and Northern Star right now. So we're going to stay with this front battle, as these top three are also going to probably end up the top three in the championship after this race. But right now, it's all going to come down to strategy. It's all going to come down to who makes the first mistake and who makes the first move. Everything's on the line tonight, as this could define the championship in a way that no other driver could think of. We're a quarter of the way through the season. We've got 8 races to go after tonight. This could set them up for a strong position on the table. And let's not forget, Ray's just outside of the battle between Lynx and Timmy right now, so if he can get that 40 points tonight, he'll be laughing, because it will get him up there into this battle and involved. Lynx right now wants his first victory of the season after getting the podium in the pros last night, and he was reserving for the Titans racing team. And then, of course, Timmy, who's definitely wanting to defend that position right now, as he's in first of the championship and leading all the drivers. So the battle is on. Boss is definitely dropping off. Oh, Lynx has made the mistake. He's had a spin. Lynx has had a spin. He's going to drop back. Boss is up into third. Lynx now, he has dropped off, and that's just unfortunate. But Lynx just pushing the tires to the point that he's unfortunately been the driver that's made the mistake. But that's going to put Ray in front with the battle with Timmy, and it's going to possibly bring Boss back into it. Now, I would say Lynx is going to make the move on the pit stop. The smart thing for these boys right now, I know they're going to try and get the 10 laps out of their sauce, but the move would be right now to make that pit stop and go to the sauce now and not let Lynx catch up at all. Because if that happens, it's going to, well, besides making a great show for us, it's going to allow Lynx back into this if there's a safety car. And that's the thing. Will we see another safety car this race with 10 laps to go? Who's going to make the move? Lynx, unfortunately, making a mistake. But let's not outrule Boss here as well. As yes, he is in third. But let's not outrule him as well. He's known for getting those the speeds in there, and he'll probably pit for the softs very shortly too. I would say the drivers are going to come in this lap. I don't see them pushing these tyres to 27 lap and 26 lap old tyres. That could be suicide for them. If they do, that will definitely leave a spot for Lynx to possibly get back involved if there's a safety car and a pit chance. The guys on the hards will definitely not be coming back in the pit, you'd imagine, even though they are 12 and 13 lap olds. Crone Dog just doing a pit run there. There is some penalties on the board, but we'll have to wait and see. SJ gets up into the top 10 there with a move on Junior. Yes, definitely uncharacteristic situation there for Lynx. He is one of the most solid drivers on the track, but we'll just see what will happen. Are these guys going to pull the trigger? Well, this will tell us pit strategy right now. If they pull the trigger, I think they might be waiting for a safety car even, or hoping for a safety car and running these tires, but we'll know. If they pit now, then they're going to pull the trigger. They'll have a chance. If not, then they probably might be trying to run these tires to 27, 26 lap old tires, which could open the door for anyone behind if a safety car does come. So what do? It looks like they stay out and they go another lap. These mediums are going to get to the point where they're going to be very, very hard to control. So the battle, Timmy's starting to fall off here. He's just in the DRS zone here. which will give him a little bit more time on Ray. But at the moment, he's going to want to hope that he can push that Phoenix car all the way if he can. Boss, he's still sitting around that 2.5, 3 second mark. Lynx has dropped right off Boss now with 19 lap old mediums. With Killshot No Bags in 5th and 6th. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But unfortunately, Lynx, after leading the majority of the race, has made an unfortunate error. SJ moves into 9th and Gobby's in the pits. So as they head on through there, a lot of the guys will start pitting now to get those softs for the last 10 laps. Which could maybe, if there is a safety car, bring in some strategical moments. The thing is now, right now, with the tyres where they are, they're at risk of not only losing position, but also losing the podium if a safety car comes in here. But the top 7 cars, all of them, depending on how far behind, like, you'd imagine the top 7 cars wouldn't have enough pit time here if the safety car was called. Wouldn't have enough time to actually get the tyres on they needed and get that pit strategy happening to be able to really redeem the top 3 steps of the podium. So I'm not too sure here. This is definitely a scenario that we got to wait to see. But yes, if anyone pits, you've got to pit first. But it does also risk the, does the follow happen, or does they take the risk to stay out there now, considering there's about 8 laps left roughly. So we'll just wait and see what will happen here. We'll keep the eye on the battle up front. The clock is mucked around on us as Timmy is trying to make his way up there to battle Ray. Boss, he's got a chance here at his first podium of the season. And Lynx falling right behind after having that spin on the main straight. It was unfortunate, but definitely a driver error there. No need for stewards or penalties or anything. It's just an unfortunate driver error by what we saw. Timmy, but he's definitely putting on the charge. Oh, that's how close he is now. Now, of course, we've got to wait for him to cross the start-finish line to get those tags back up. It looks like Ray is definitely going to stay. And, yep, he's definitely trying to get Timmy to pull the trigger. But Ray's going to stay out, and Timmy is going to stay with him. So we have a race on our hands right now. And there you go. Timmy makes the move. He goes to first. What kind of race will this set up with the last 6 laps of the race? This could be amazing. No one's taken the gamble in regards to the pit stops, but Timmy has made the gamble in making the pass. And he has 1 lap fresher tyres than Ray. And the battle is on. And he's going to start pulling away. What can Ray do? And it looks like Boss is just sitting back there hoping for a collision to take a Steve Bradbury moment. But Ray is falling straight off the pack right away as well. Can he stay in the DRS mode? And Almighty God picks up the fastest lap with a 1:18. He's in 12th. He might pick up an extra point tonight if he can hold that, considering no one else is going to jump on those softs. So the fastest lap is going to help out Gobby with his points. But Ray, he's dropped right off the time here now after being passed by Timmy. This looks like Timmy's going to end up running all the way to the end, and so's Ray. We probably won't see a safety car. We probably won't see much here. But the battle between Lynx and Boss is definitely over too, as Lynx has fallen 10 seconds behind Boss. And the top 3 is definitely there. Now, we got a yellow sector. It is a blue car. It's QE. He's in the grass. He's had a spin on those 17-lap-old mediums, hards. So, just yellow flags, no safety car. I can tell you right now, the safety car, depending on where it would happen, where the call would happen, it could be really a situation. Like, if, for example, say for example, Ray and Timmy get cross that pit line entrance and the safety car's called. Oh, a moment there for Timmy, whereas he almost had a spin. But if, for example, they get past the pit entry line and a safety car is called, all the cars behind them can pit, and then they've got to try and get into the pits and change their tyres in time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an absolute perler of a finish, but I will guarantee you that. Do not leave. Do not go anywhere. There is 5 laps of amazing racing still to come, and these two are battling up front. It's also pretty much the only battle going on. There's just too many big gaps. But Boss is only 3 seconds away from these guys as well. And considering how old their tyres are, Lynx has pushed to 22 laps, and I'd imagine he's going to go the rest of the way in the race. But right now, it is Timmy and Ray. 2 race winners already this season. Race 2 winner is Timmy. Race 3 winner is Ray. Who will be race 4 winner? It looks like we won't have a new winner. We're going to have a repeat winner, which is going to help them on the table. Timmy leading the championship and currently leading this race, but Ray is putting the challenge to him, and he's staying with him. They're going to have 4 laps here to get it done, and the pressure's going to be on those tyres as well. They're going to be slippery. They're going to be hard. They're going to cause a lot of interesting moments. Now, Gobby is moving up the field slowly on those softs, and so is TTV. Will they be able to get a good finishing position? TTV is now about almost 15 seconds behind 6th place in no bags. So as we know here at the Hungarian Ring, and we'll see it with the pros on Sunday night at 6:30, this track has a tendency of opening up the gaps, so that it does end up, we do end up losing a lot of action on this track. But these guys are definitely now going to go all the way. They won't be trying to pit now with 4 laps to go. So those tyres are going to get up to 25 lap old tyres here on this track. 4 teams in the top 4. Yes, we do have 4 teams in the top 4. Great call there, Broseph. The Phoenix, the Southern Cross, the Silver Ferns, and of course the Split Second boys there with Ray. And the Mustangs have got a car in the top 10 in TTV. So all teams are represented in the top 10. But Timmy and Ray, the battle is carrying on. Let's give Ray some screen time here. Boss is staying neutral on that 3-second mark. He just can't seem to close that gap, but he's got 15 seconds behind him before Lynx. So you'd imagine he's just cruising the car to the podium here. He's not going to push him on those old mediums. He's just happy to get his first podium for the season by the looks of it. And it's a good run by Boss as well. He had a tough run with the disqualification in qualifying. He's picked up a 3-second penalty, but it's really not going to matter as Lynx falls off the pace again. And it looks like the boys in the Southern Cross team are just working together. Killshot hasn't battled with Lynx at all by the looks of it. He's just stayed with him, trying to protect or just drive with and save fuel. I'm not 100% sure there. As we go into lap 33, 2 laps to go. The race is on between these two. Will Ray get one more shot? Is he holding back? He's got the older tyres. Is he sitting back for the right moment? Or is Timmy really pushing him past his limits here? That's the question. What will happen with 2 laps to go? We know now at the 2-lap mark there will be no safety cars, no strategy for the pits. It's all open racing as he gets up on the grass and he goes wide there. Neither one of these drivers want to collect a penalty right now because that would just ruin what has been a great battle up front all night between all the drivers that have seen the front. Let's see what will happen in these last 2 drivers, but there has been some amazing clean racing tonight and some amazing clean runs for everyone. Junior could make top 10 here for tonight. He's battling it out with SJ and Crone Dog as well. We might make a quick move down there. Let's have a quick look here as AJ, Junior, SJ and Crone Dog are in for it. Not really in any position to make a move at the moment as they'll come out of turn 3. And oh, there you go. Junior has dropped back. SJ gets him and SJ moves into 11th. And oh, a big cut on the corner there by Junior. So Timmy, he's still out in front with 2 laps to go. Sorry, I was talking last lap saying 2 laps. It's actually 3 laps then. Oh, we've got a yellow sector. There is a Mustang around. Huey's on wet tyres. I did not know what's happened. Maybe he ran out of tyres and had too many pit stops. But Huey, there will be no safety car, but there will be yellow flags, and Huey's on wet tyres. So hopefully he doesn't. Keep an eye there below the 2. That blue dot going into that little white line across Sector 3 there is where QE is on wet. And right now, this is where the lead cars are. And Boss has either been saving tyres or saving fuel, but he is down to 2 seconds. He's taken a whole second off these guys in the last lap, and he's going to become part of this battle come the last lap, I think. If he can get there, he may actually be part of the battle. There he is in the background. Keep an eye out for him. He's pushing that car. Boss knows no other way but to push hard, and I think with the tyre life that he's got, because he is definitely 3-4 laps younger, he may actually have a chance here on this last lap. Here they go. Last lap coming up. Timmy's going to start it. Ray's going to put the challenge on, but Boss is going to be there too. Can Ray make a move? This is the time to do it. He needs to get it done, and he does. Will he get the switchback? Will Timmy get the switchback? He goes for the switchback. Will he hold it? Does he hold it? Something's happened. Ray's come out. There's been connection or something. Timmy has ended up spinning. We have no view on him. There he is there. Boss goes to second, and Ray's going to push to the front. What a way to end the race. Will Boss be able to run down Ray? I don't think he will, but that accident there with Timmy, was it a steward moment or not? We couldn't see. It was in the blind spot. We don't know what happened there, but Timmy will end up finishing in third. And it looks like Boss will take second unless he can get that time down, but it looks like a win for Ray. A back-to-back for Ray. Ray won last week in Australia. He's going to go back-to-back races here in the Hungarian ring. It looks like he will take on his second victory of the season, and that will mean Ray will probably be up there now battling with Timmy and Lynx after a great race here at the Hungarian ring. Boss is going to get that second place and Timmy with third by the looks of it, but Ray will bring it around for victory here in the Hungarian ring. Here at Hungary at Budapest is victory for Ray. Boss goes in at second, and Timmy with no front wing. So obviously there was contact, or he spun into the wall. Something there has happened. Maybe the stewards will deal with it. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. But what a race by all involved tonight, as he will slowly come into third, and a Lynx will get fourth, followed by teammate Killshot, and bringing up the back there. No Bags will actually get fifth, believe it or not, from the penalties. So a great run for No Bags too. I think that's his best effort this season. Killshot will get 6. TTV, Northern Star, Almighty Gob, and SJ will round out with a battle with Crone Dog for the top 10. So what a race tonight, guys. That was huge. We'll get back on to Ray. He deserves the victory lap. What a race. That was amazing. And definitely one to go back and watch if you missed it from the start to the finish. It was definitely a great race. We had some moments there where the gaps happened, but up the front was all the way tonight. What a race. Ray, back-to-back victories. That's going to be absolutely huge for him, and split second. Boss gets driver of the day, and I'd have to agree. That was a great effort. And there you go, the American on top of the podium again for 2 weeks in a row. But what a great run tonight by these guys, and a great battle. Just heated up a little bit, and he went for that switchback on the inside there. But it was unfortunate he goes to third. But a great race. Let's get the usual screenshot there, and then we'll get one without those penalties and just with those times. Fastest lap, Almighty Gob keeps it and finishes in 9th as well, so congrats to him, as that will be his first fastest lap of the season as well. So what a race for Almighty Gob as well, finishing in the top 10. SJ rounds it out there in the top 10, and it's going to definitely heat up this season with what we've seen. Crone Dog, unfortunately, just missing out and going into 11th, and Junior finishing up in 12th, with Corey in at 13th, and then, of course, QE in at 14th. And then our DNFs were Banana Hammock Racer and Chris, Voice of Chris, were the DNFs there. So, but other than that, what an amazing race there by all. And again, that fastest lap by Gobby there, a 1:18.1. That was great racing tonight. Make sure you join us again next week for the continuation. Can it be 3 in a row for him? Let's head to the studio. So, what an amazing race and event tonight. The top three didn't let us down. We saw a mistake by Lynx that dropped him down to 4th. We then saw on the last lap that collision, or what we're suspecting was a touch. We did see the Phoenix car get up on that curb on the inside as he made the attack for that switchback. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there in regards to that. And the stewards will obviously look at it. Ray and him will probably give us their own views on what happened there on the last lap when we get them in here for their interviews. But what a great race. Ray back to back. He'll be looking for that three-peat next week at Imola. Remember, Imola has not been on this circuit, part of the calendar for Split Second since we started, so it's going to be a new track for us and a great challenge for our drivers. We're looking forward to that next week. Make sure you join us. But right now, we're going to go to the podium. We'll see what happens here. We're just waiting on 2 other guys to come into the podium. So we've got our winner, Ray, but we're waiting on Boss and we're waiting on second place Boss and third place in regards to Timmy. So we've got Timmy. He came third, so we'll get him in first to have a chat and just see how he went tonight and have a chat to him about all that. You there, Timmy? You got your camera, mate, or no camera tonight?
It's playing up for me tonight. Not sure what's going on with it.
No worries, mate. Look, great race tonight. You definitely had a challenge on your hand. What exactly were your thoughts on the race and how'd it go? Like, let us know what your thoughts on the race were. You had a good qualifying in second, and then unfortunately you finished up in third tonight with a little bit of contact, it looked like, on the last lap. But yeah, just run us through your race, run us through your night, and let us know how you feel.
Yeah, it was definitely a unfortunate end to the night, but is what it is. We move on. But the race seemed to go pretty well. Started out well, held position into the first corner, which was good, and stuck with the Lynx and Ray, who had some serious pace there for quite a while. I was really on mega push to try and keep up with them, but it's disappointing.
With the qualifying, you had a great qualifying, got picked right at the end there. You picked Lynx off, and then right at the end, Ray got you.
Ray took me.
Yeah, so how are you feeling with the car in qualifying? Because I think that's 2 weeks in a row you've had a real strong qualifying. But what exactly are you finding different with your car in regards to qualifying and race? How you feeling there?
I'm actually finding the car a lot more stable in the races. I'm actually, might not look it, but I'm really struggling in quali at the moment. I think I went out for 5 or 6 laps this qualifying trying to set a decent lap, and I just couldn't seem to put one together.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Is it more a tyre thing or a setup thing?
I think it's just tyres, and I think it's just Hungary. It's a definitely high tyre wear track. Like, it was eating at the tyres. Like, I think my softs were dead after 5 or 6 laps, and I think that's when Lynx went in on lap 6. So I think the tyres were just really struggling hard on the track.
No worries. Well, look, congratulations on a podium. It's always good to be on the podium. It's unfortunate that you're in the position you're in. But next week, Imola, last question. How do you think you're going to fare at Imola? First time on our calendar. We haven't raced there before. So what are your thoughts? How do you feel? And what are you looking forward to the most about next week in Italy?
Well, Imola is one of my go-to tracks, so I'm feeling pretty confident heading over there. So we'll see how we go.
No worries, mate. Look after yourself. Be safe. You got any shout-outs or anything you want to say before we let you go?
Just a quick shout-out to Slayer. I know he couldn't make it tonight, but look forward to having you back next weekend, mate.
No worries, mate. Look, thank you very much for joining us in the interviews, and congratulations on your podium, mate.
Thank you.
All right, so that was third place there. We're going to bring in Boss. Boss, that thing sitting in your mouth, you want to grab that out, please?
It's just a cigarette.
I know. All right, so Boss, mate, Podium, early in the season, second. This season's looking to be a lot better than last. How you feeling? How'd you go? Your qualifying was unfortunate, but you know, with the glitch, with the disqualification glitch, but you managed to have yourself an absolute pearler of a race. Started off looking like it was going to be a struggle, but you've come through with second place, mate. You've really pushed that car to its limits. How are you feeling?
Last to second feels pretty good, I'll tell you that much. It's been a long time coming. Just silly mistakes every other race, and tonight just put my head down and went for it.
Well, we did mention too that you took out the Gran Turismo series this year for us as well. So congratulations on that. This is the first time we've been able to officially announce that.
Thank you so much.
So, yeah,
didn't even realise.
So congratulations on the Gran Turismo series there. But we'll talk about that another time. But tonight, it looked like you were able to calculate your pit stops just right. Keep your tyre age 2-3 laps under the rest of the drivers. Was this from practicing the track in the week, or it was just a spur of the moment thing with your pit strategy? What happened? Because it turned out if there was another 5 laps in this race, I wouldn't have put it past you having the win.
It was always going to be a two-stopper in my head, and it was a two-stopper actually in the end. But just the safety cars, the VSE, and just where I was on the track compared to where everyone else was, and lucky I got in to the pits a couple of laps after the leaders, so I had fresher tyres, so I knew I could have the tyre life on them, but they would just wrap it out the front. I was 3 seconds behind for about 10 laps, and then unfortunately on the first corner on the last lap, Timmy spun out or got hit, I don't know, I missed it. I just saw him going sideways and went into second place and just held it.
Well, it is always good to see you up on the podium. If any driver in our field in Academy deserves it, it's definitely you. You've been pushing really hard in this division, and just as you said, you've unfortunately had mistakes left, right, and centre. But I think this season might be your redemption season, yeah? The controller. Yeah, but I think you're due for some redemption here, and bringing yourself up there into second's going to also bring you in contention this year. So, you had a night last night in the pros too. You got to sub in for the pros. So, a lot of things looking up for you as you move forward through these next couple of seasons, I would say.
We shall see. I mean, I just take it one race at a time, really.
No worries. All right, look, any shout-outs, mate, before I let you go, or anything you want to say? Because you are one of the legends of the field, been here from day dot.
Shout-outs. I mean, everyone in the Silver Fern, Boy Racer, the Thermometer, Junior, Racer, Northern Star, Volts, I think, still in. And Coop, Big Coop Dog, and yourself, of course.
Alright, well, thank you very much for your time on the podium, man. It's always good to see you here on the podium, and I quietly always wish that I get to see you on the podium, because it's always fun when you are here. So, but best of luck for the rest of the season, man. Hopefully we'll see you get that number 1 spot at some stage this season, eh?
What's that?
Hopefully we'll get to see you get a number 1 this season.
Ooh, number 1. Get in there.
Alright, mate. Thanks very much. You have a great one.
I shall. You too.
That was Boss. He's always there for us, and a great second place for him tonight. Now it's time to bring in the Native American, Ray. Mate, congratulations on the win. That's back-to-back 2 wins. How you feeling?
Right now, I'm tired. Not gonna lie, tired off my butt. But feeling really good. Wasn't sure about last week, and this week I just put in some time on time trial and kept beating my custom setup time with preset 1, and just I felt better and better every time I went quicker.
Well, you definitely showed it. Like, you picked up the pole, you've come out with the win, and not only that, you've got the back-to-back win. You won in Australia last week. You've picked up the win this week. You're definitely saying, hey, boys, I know you're Aussies, but I'm here to take this trophy. So like, what prep? Obviously, because of the time difference here, give a couple of international viewers a little bit of an idea, or even the Australian viewers for that. How much harder is it for you to prep for this each week, and then also to make the races on time and do what you're doing at the moment and showing up these Aussies? It's like, give the guys an idea.
Just timing wise, it's not that big of a deal because it sucks being at like 1:30 in the morning when everything gets started, but just having work in that beforehand, I'm still able to get out on time, so I can get anywhere from 20 minutes of practice to 2.5, 3 hours of practice, just depending on how the night went and how early I can get home. And just between the other leagues that I'm in and just my work schedule, I just kind of fit in time whenever I can if I'm up for it. As dumb as that sounds.
No, it's definitely a challenge. You've got your own challenges there, but you're prevailing above them. Like as we used to say in the Navy, adapt and overcome, and you're definitely doing that and achieving some great goals, mate. Quick question: what happened there from your point of view in the first turn on the last lap there with Timmy? Was it just an unfortunate racing incident? What actually happened? Tell us your point of view.
I I went in a little deep. I came in a little too hot, but I knew he was going to try and pull that switch back, and I was just trying to cover for it, and just came in too hot. He gets on my inside, and I didn't feel like contact. My controller didn't vibrate, which would have indicated contact between the two cars, and just from it looked, I didn't see him off until I saw the yellow flags in the sector and looked up in my rearview mirror, and I saw that he was in the grass, and the only thing I could think of is just his downforce got taken away in one of the worst ways, because it's happened before to myself and other drivers I've been near in that corner.
Well, look, you put on a show tonight, mate, and looking forward to the rest of the season with you doing what you're doing, because it's between you and a couple of the boys out there, there's probably 4 of you, Links, Slayer when he's back, you and Timmy are putting on a great show this season. It's going to come down to the wire. I wouldn't be surprised if come Brazil we're going to have to be like trying to keep everyone away from you and all that, because this is going to be epic finish, I reckon, this season. But look, best of luck, man. Any shout outs or anything? I'm not going to keep you because I know how early in the morning it is and you probably want to get some sleep. So any shout outs or comments or anything like that, mate?
First of all, keep me as long as you want. The adrenaline keeps me up. But just the split second academy boys, marathon boys. I feel for Lynx and Timmy, who just kind of got caught up in racing incidents and mistakes and that, and just kind of hoping to carry on the battles with them, as well as Slayer when he gets back. Just having a great team behind me.
No worries, mate. Well, look, congratulations on your back-to-back victory. We'll see you next week at Imola. Before you go, just a couple of words about Imola. How do you feel about that track, and what are your expectations at Imola?
I feel good about Imola, even though it's, to be completely honest, one of my slower tracks, so I'll be trying to get a little bit more practice in. But I feel good about the track itself. Turn 4 or 5, I think it is. You get caught on the curb and that'll spin you, so just looking to avoid that and making sure you don't come in too hot against other drivers. So I'm thinking it's going to be a good race, and may the better driver come out on top.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be a great race. I'm really hoping to see the action like we saw tonight, mate. Look, get your practice in, get your rest in, and we'll see you early in the morning next week. But thanks again for being here, man. You're definitely putting on a great show for the viewers. And by the looks of the comments on Twitch at the moment, and a few from YouTube and Facebook, you're starting to build a little following yourself. So little fan base yourself there cheering you on. So, look, best of luck, mate. We'll see you next week, and stay safe over there in the States. And, yeah, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night, and everyone just enjoy themselves the rest of the week.
All right, mate. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That's Ray. He got himself his second victory. What a legend this guy's turning out to be here in the Academy Series. It's going to be good to see if maybe one day he does become pro. I reckon he'll be able to put the challenge onto drivers like Tomo and Rip and all them. So we'll just have to wait and see what his Academy career does for him. But until then, I got to say the teams tonight have got to be really proud of Boss. He had an amazing race and a great second position. If I still reckon 5 more laps, Boss takes that race. Ray, he put on a fight, and again, unfortunately, Timmy with that little, we're not sure yet. We'll find out from the stewards, I'm sure, if there was contact or anything, and we'll get that back to you guys next week. But Ray with the win. Boss in at second place there. What a race for him in the Silver Ferns. And, of course, Timmy with the Phoenix coming up into third place there and getting that third place podium. Lynx finishing fourth with the fellow Southern Cross boys going 5th and 6th. And then, of course, the rest of the field falling behind after that with TTV, North, Gobby, who gets fastest lap in 9th, and SJ to round out your top 10. So that was it for tonight, guys. An amazing night of racing. Definitely not getting let down in any way, shape or form by these Academy boys putting on these fights. It's entertaining racing. But for now, guys, make sure you join us next week, Sunday night, or this Sunday night. We will be here at the Hungarian Ring with the pros. They'll take on the Hungarian Ring and show us what they've got. And then, of course, next Monday, we're at Imola with the Academy, as they will take on that infamous track that a lot of people have come to love and enjoy, and a lot of the drivers are ready for. Apparently, they're looking forward to it. It's the first time on the split second calendar, so make sure you join us for that because it will be an interesting race. We haven't done that that track on our calendar before, so we're looking forward to it in the comms box as well, as we haven't called that track. But yeah, make sure you guys join us 6:30 on Sunday, 6:30 on Monday, and join me and the rest of the split second crew for what should be some great racing on Sunday and Monday night. But until then, guys, this has been the split second F1 Academy season, and I've been your host, Sinner Phoenix. But until next time, guys, keep on gaming.